right, Bob, so once we've completed your foam rolling series, let's dive you into your activation and mobility series. Now, I'm kind of putting everything together. We may separate this stuff out, especially if you find it's just hard to complete all of it, because you got a fair amount of mobility stuff. Some of the stuff is addressing specific things for specific lifts, which are on certain days. You don't necessarily have to do all of this, and we can make it more specific. However, if you have the time, especially in the beginning, why not do it all? As time goes on, you'll be able to cruise through it so fast. So let's cover it all, and and then we can always kind of take things away or make things more specific as time goes on. Bob, so the first thing we're going to do after your foam rolling, and honestly, you could do this first if you really wanted to, but I would say a lot of times you get to the gym, you don't necessarily want to start off breathing right away. It just feels good just to foam roll a little bit, get a little bit of activity. Then we're going to go into your ball breathing. And so the first thing, right, you don't have to use a ball. Again, you can use a bench or something like that. I prefer the ball because it's got some kind of the buoyancy, you can play around with it. Big thing, right? Knees in front of hips, ankles slightly above knees. Find that neutral spine, neutral pelvis. And one of the ways you can do this is just tuck the pelvis, flatten out the low back, and then let it relax a little bit. The first thing I want you to do, Bob, again, hands on the waist, find those low ribs, and slide them down just a little bit. And at first, just let the weight of the legs kind of fall into the ball, right? Let the ball take the weight of the legs. And then get 3 to 5 nice deep breaths without any resistance here in the core. So again, the ball's taking the weight of the legs. Nice, smooth, slow, 5-second inhale in through the nose. As you exhale, exhale all the air out of your lungs. Again, slow, smooth, full 5-second inhale in through the nose. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Do that, do 3 to 5 breaths there. Then we're going to lighten up in the heels as much as you can, still keeping the heels on the ball. This time, again, same inhale, 5-second, slow, silent, smooth, in through the nose. As you exhale, exhale on that like you're letting air out of a tire. You should start to feel your core engage. Again, you want to keep that neutral spine. If you start to feel anything in the back, put a little bit of a tuck in your low back. Not much, because you want to try to keep it as neutral as you possibly can. So at the top of that 5th breath, we're going to lift that left foot a little off the ball. Top of the next inhale, lift the right foot to join the left. Same thing here, right? 3 to 5 nice deep breaths, maintaining that neutral spine, right? Keeping it in the core, not letting it drop into the hip flexors or the low back. Same idea. 3 to 5 nice deep breaths. From there, we're going to have you go right into your hip bridges. Again, I think we had you use the band. You don't have to. Same thing here. All we're really trying to do is open up the hips, fire up the glutes. Right? Keeping the hands here. Nice big inhale. You can get rid of this guy. 10 to 15. Again, less is more. It's really about just activating these guys, loosening up in front of the hips. Again, from here, 10 to 15, you're in control. You don't have to go to exhaustion or anything like that. We're just trying to get your mind into your glutes. From there, let's go into this open book and around the world. So this is a little mobility exercise. We're going to bring the knees in. We're going to roll to your side. We'll go here, 3 to 5 rotations. Exhaling as you rotate, inhaling as you come back. Exhaling as you rotate, inhale as you come back. The big thing here is keep the knees above the hips, slight tuck in the pelvis, just to protect that low back. Now, we'll scoot down just a bit. As long as it feels good on your shoulder, we're going to do that. We're going to include that around the world. And what that's going to look like is this. We did this, I believe, as well. At least it's in my notes. But we're going to reach forward, rotate up, sliding around, slowly down around. And then just be careful with this, especially with the first couple. Be easy. If your hand wants to come up a little bit, let it come up a little bit. You're going to inhale, reach out, up and around. Exhale, down, around, and in. Inhale, up, out, and around. Exhale, down, around, and in. Again, 3 to 5 here as well. And you can hold, a lot of times I like to hold in positions that feel tense and just do a couple of breaths there. Same thing on the other side. We're just going to go right to that around the world just so you can see it from this angle. Same thing, 3 to 5, right? And you can always, again, hold it statically in certain positions that feel tight. From there, let's do this hamstring opener. And again, I had you use the foam roller, but I think we may even use something else too. The big thing is when you go into this active hamstring stretch, you want to make sure that whatever this bottom leg is resting on, this top leg is roughly at 90 degrees of hip flexion. If it's not, raise this up a little bit higher. It's going to allow you to maintain that structure. I just lost it. Well, at any rate, right, so one of the things that you can use is you have Bosus at your gym, those little half dome blue balls, right, half balls. You can use that. You can put that, your bottom foot on that half dome ball, and that'll probably get you the amount of flexion that you need. So the big thing here, sort of like with your breathing, start that inhale. Top of that inhale, lift this leg. As you exhale, slow her down. Push a little into whatever object you're pushing into. Right, the Bosu, right? As you pull back on that hamstring a little bit. Inhale, midway through lift, exhale, lower, little push, little pull, inhale. Midway through lift, exhale, little push, little pull, inhale. Midway through lift, again, 3 to 5, and then hold that last one statically for a few breaths. Same thing, just focus on that breath. From here, Bob, you can go right into your glute stretch. Same thing, we're just going to hold for 3 to 5 nice deep breaths. And again, with this, what I like to do, ankle over knee, cradle the knee, grab the ankle, pull kind of down and in, and then lift that leg. Right, so we're not going out, we're going to pull that in a little bit towards your midline, almost like I'm trying to bring this knee towards my chest. 3 to 5 nice deep breaths. Then we'll do that same thing on that other side. Exhale, slower, push into that Bosu or whatever the object is as you pull back. Start your inhale, midway through lift, exhale, lower, little push, little pull, inhale, midway through lift, exhale, little push, little pull, again, same thing, 3 to 5 nice deep breaths, holding statically, then we'll come into that glute stretch. Same thing, 3 to 5, grab an ankle, cradling knee, pulling down and in, lift that foot. Try to keep your head and neck relaxed while you're doing this. A lot of times we'll lift. Try to keep that relaxed so you can really focus on breathing into the hip. Bob, from there, let's flip you over. And we're going to do that prone cobra where we're fired up your lats. Right? So this is, again, we're inhaling. We're peeling the chest off the floor, but again, remember, we're not arching from the back. You almost want to think more shoulders back and down. Keep a slight tuck in the chin, and see if you can find your lats engaging. What I like to do here is externally rotate through my shoulders, almost like I'm trying to slide the pinky fingers across the floor, and that's what lifts the head, neck, and chest. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 8 to 10. Again, we're trying to get these glutes to engage. Don't have to exhaust them. We're just trying to get them to engage. Bob, the last we're going to do in this little series, and again, I wanted to include all of these for you. We don't necessarily need you to do all of them all of the time. We can get more specific for the different workouts of those days, of the days that you're doing them. But I wanted to go through them all in this video. And again, if you have the time, why not? It's going to open you up. So Bob, this is the one where we're opening up the hips. So this is great for like your squats especially. So what I've got here is this, think about this as a lunge or half kneeling position. I'm just going to sweep this back leg in. So now my ankle, back ankle, and this knee are lined up. Ankle, knee are lined up. And this ankle and knee, or heel and knee, are lined up. Now, the further you bring this foot in, the more it's going to mobilize your ankle. The further this foot is forward, the more it's going to open up in your hip. And that's really what we're trying to do here, is open up in the hips. I just realized I want to have to do something else too. So from this position, right, so I start roughly around a 90-degree angle right here. We're going to bring this dumbbell or kettlebell up, and you don't even necessarily, a lot of times I'll do this even without the kettlebell or the dumbbell. I'll just kind of push this knee out and wedge into it this way. But this can be helpful. So again, we'll grab that dumbbell, we're going to shift into it, opening up in the hip, the groin. Inhale, come back out. Exhale into it, inhale out. Exhale into it. Same thing, 3 to 5, you can hold statically. A lot of times what I'll do here too is I'll pin that knee out, because I want that knee to track more the pinky toe. I want it to go out and not to fall in. Right, so I'll do this. The other thing you can do is take the hands behind you and do it that way. Right, just kind of work into it. Again, 3 to 5. Hold the last one statically. Then Bob, from here, we're going to switch. Right, so again, knee, ankle, right? And really trying to line up that heel and this knee as well. Kneeling nice and tall, exhale into it, inhale back, exhale into it, inhale back. Again, I want my knee to really track out and not in. I don't want it to fall in, I want it to track out. So again, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll even pin that out just to open that up even more. Again, you can take that dumbbell behind you and do the same thing. Exhale, leaning into it, inhaling out. All right, man, so hey, the last, and this is again, we may find like on the days that you're maybe deadlifting or bench pressing, that you may not need to do this, but on the days that you squat, we may find you do. We're gonna stretch your calves, right? This is my favorite way to do this. Take a foam roller, take your squat rack and just kind of lean into it. 3 to 5 nice deep breaths. We'll stretch the calves, and then we'll come into this quad stretch. The big thing here is make sure that the knee stays down, and you're going to put a slight tuck in the pelvis as you pull the knee back, right? So knee stays down, or thighs stay parallel, slight tuck in the pelvis as we pull the knee back. Right, and then again, same thing. Just focus on that breath. 3 to 5 nice deep breaths. I hope that's helpful. That's basically your warm-up and mobility series. Again, we may find that you don't need to do it all at this time. Right? If you're benching, maybe we end up just having you do your breathing, doing that open book and around the world, and maybe the prone cobras, right?